It felt good to finally wield the power he had sought for so long. And it felt doubly good that for the first time in years, there were no enemies on the horizon threatening to take it all away. Unlike his return to the city after the Alexandrian campaign, when he headed back to the capital this time, nowhere in the whole of the empire did there lurk an enemy army to challenge him. With every opposition army destroyed, Caesar's enemies turned to conspiracy. The object now was not to defeat Caesar, but to kill him. The plan was simple: lure Caesar into the Senate, surround him, and then stab him to death. Caesar awoke on the morning of the 15th and tried to go about his business as usual. There were final preparations to sort out before he left for the east, and the Senate had been called into the session that day so that he could review some new petition. Caesar had been warned previously by a soothsayer to be on guard on the Ides of March, and he was further troubled by the fevered nightmares of his wife Calpurnia, who had dreamed just that night of his death.
I was about to wake you. Wherever you are, you're not enjoying yourself.
Caesar took his place at the front of the chamber and requested the petition. The senator who brought the scroll forward handed it over, but as he did so, he grabbed at Caesar's toga.
Take your hand off me.
Caesar was shocked by the move and exclaimed, "This is violence." Casca, having lost the element of surprise, called out for his brothers to help him. At this word, the 60 members of the conspiracy rushed in and surrounded Caesar, stabbing at him recklessly. Caesar tried to run, but blinded by blood and confusion, tripped and fell. As he lay on the ground, the stabbing continued. In the end, all Caesar could do was cover his face with his toga and die in a pool of his own blood. His mother begged him to refuse the adoption and inheritance. She understood perfectly well what it meant to be Caesar's sole heir, what would be expected of him, and what enemies he would immediately earn. If he took Caesar's name, in all likelihood, he would share his uncle's fate. But weak and fragile Octavius revealed some of the steel lurking in his heart and rejected this advice.
Who will speak against the motion?